We are live, and Shane, we witnessed a crazy night of football yesterday.
Yeah, and we were up till late actually talking about it afterwards. Do check that out if you haven't already, because we were doing it from the comfort of our homes.
But I couldn't do there, Shane. That's okay. Chelsea, unfortunately ended up on the losing side. Even though at one point I thought they'll go through. I thought they'll go through, and the way they were playing, they were so dominant. Real Madrid, that one Modric pass.
Oh my God.
That one unbelievable pass from Luka Modric just changed the game. And
then Benzema does the rest.
And Madrid are through, Chelsea are gone. But Madrid will play one of these two in the semi-finals. Another big game tonight. Atletico Madrid take on Manchester City, the champions of England, at the Wanda Metropolitano. Shane, 1-0 deficit for Atletico, but we know that's not a lot. We saw yesterday
it last night.
A 3-1 deficit did not matter at all, because at one point Chelsea would have scored 4-5 goals.
Yes, and don't forget the one team which did have a 1-0 deficit last night, it was Villarreal. They were ahead 1-0, and they ended up knocking out Bayern Munich of all teams from the Champions League. Bayern was seen by many as favourites, and they thought Villarreal, you're getting past them. Villarreal, by the way, is a little city in Spain with 50,000 people. 50,000 people
who only joined who only came up the first division in 1998. So imagine a club that came to the first division only in 1998, was only formed somewhere around 1923-25, some around that period. And imagine they are called the Yellow Submarine. Okay, Yellow Submarine, because of the color yellow. Their jerseys and the shorts, everything is yellow. And for me, unbelievable. For a team like Villarreal, not tiny, it's not even a town, I feel. I think it's more like a village in Spanish terms. They have defeated, how many times Bayern Munich have won the Champions League?
I think 6 times.
5 or 6 times.
5 or 6 times,
So imagine, they've knocked them out. This is what football is all about.
Absolutely.
And that's why it was amazing to watch. That's why we discussed it for a good half an hour. That game and the Chelsea-Real Madrid clash in detail in that 35-minute video that we did last night at 3:30 Indian time. So if you guys haven't seen it, do watch it, because we were both very excited and we watched the entire game, boss. We had so much fun. And a lot of you joined us, in fact, during that chat. You had your questions and it was good fun. But now, let's talk about this game. We sort of drift away.
We do that sometimes. You know that if you've joined us live.
But yes, Atletico, Diego Simeone's men, I think, have a good chance. Have a very good chance.
They do, but they'll need to be on the counter-attacking best. Because if we watch the first game, that 5-5, 0 formation.
5-5-0 formation.
It was all about containment. So again, I think a 1-0 result is not the worst in the world, because if they can counter-attack well at the Wanda Metropolitano, feeding off that energy from their home fans, then City might be in for another, forgettable European night. It's very, very possible.
It is very, very possible, but Manchester City, again, by the way, I thought they were unlucky to have a draw against Liverpool. City, the way they played the first half, they probably should have put more goals in
and even a couple of chances in the second half.
And I thought, Riyad Mahrez's chance we talked about, and City are coming back off a 2-2 draw against the another title favourites, Liverpool,
who we're also going to talk about.
I would say, because now they are the favourites, no doubt about that. Atletico, on the other hand, won the La Liga last season, but this season they have sort of drifted off. Even this Saturday, by the way, they lost to Mallorca. So Atletico, you never know, but you never know with Simeone's team what you're going to get.
See, so the thing with Simeone is he has always been someone who is seen as a defensive-minded coach. And that is something that has won them glory in the past. Recent seasons, he's kind of tried to change that, make them more attacking. Problem being is he hasn't fully given up his defensive ideals. He's trying to play more progressively. So they can be a bit Jekyll and Hyde sometimes. Now, the key is which Atletico Madrid turn up today. If it's the kind of Atletico Madrid who feed off the energy of the crowd, who'll work hard, fight for every ball, City might be in trouble. But if it's that side that aren't quite sure of their identity, then City are going to pick them apart.
Yeah, City have been phenomenal, but last season also everybody expected them to win that final against Chelsea, but you know what happened. Kai Havertz's goal made all the difference, and that was it. So all Atletico needs is one goal to have a crack at them, because then it will go to extra time
and potentially
penalties also. Yesterday we thought it could go to penalties.
We really did.
But Benzema again rose up to the occasion even though his side was struggling, wearing that captain's armband, headed that goal inside. By the way, we have guys joining us. Sanket Joshi, again, he was
Regular
asking us
watcher,
yesterday,
yeah.
regular watcher. Hi again, we are glad to have you because he asked us about our preview timing.
Yes,
And we are doing it at 5:30. Arun Pandey said that as a United fan, don't feel bad about losing any more to them. Arsenal, United, Bayern all lost to them. Villarreal he is talking about.
Yeah, you know, they do have a
And he
little bit
says
of
8 times winner. Bayern are 8 times.
8-time winners,
8
my
times
bad,
winners.
yes.
Man, that's a lot of Champions League titles. Arun Pandey is also saying Atletico to go through. You heard it here first on Sports Today, according to him. And he's saying that he was there, by the way, in the first leg when these two sides. He said Atletico were a tough nut to crack.
They really are.
They really are. As United found out, I support them I've been supporting them since I was 7-year-old, and now I'm 30. So 23 years it's been. Players came, players went. Players who went also came, like Pogba. And Ronaldo. But yeah, I'll still support United, even though they now look like a mid-tier club rather than somebody
top club.
Top club. It's just changed for them. But yes, Atletico knocked them out, and the way Atletico knocked them out was through sheer grit and determination to hold them off. United tried hard, but City are a different brand. City, they play a different brand of football. They play such fierce artistic football that teams find very hard to sort of stop. They concede a lot of goals against them. As simple as that. Like, I was trying to find words to say I don't know what, but they just find hard to not concede against City because their attacking prowess is so good. Last time off the bench, who did they get? Somebody like a Phil Foden, who came on and with his first touch gave that assist to Kevin De Bruyne, who for me is the best midfielder in the world. Like, hands down, I feel Kevin De Bruyne, even though I'm a United supporter, have to be Kevin De Bruyne. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Is he the best midfielder in the world?
I mean, the guy does everything. It still hurts me a little that Chelsea sold him when he was not in his prime. We had him for like £7 million. And it still shocks me that they did that. But of course, Mourinho era times, another tale altogether. But he has gone on to become easily one of the best midfielders in the world.
That is true. Chelsea, then he went to
Wolfsburg. Then came to City.
And look at the kind of performances he's produced. Amazing. Notorious Nerd says, I see a comfortable City performance with a clean sheet.
The clean sheet? I mean,
no, it's possible.
A clean sheet is very possible because
even the Ruben Diaz is not available, and that's a big miss for them because he's a vital part of the defense.
True.
But they will have John Stones and Aymeric Laporte as a centre back pairing, and both of them are also really good, man.
Yeah.
They've been really good. I find, I think it's going to be a battle of defenses as well.
Yeah.
But for the fact that Atletico needs that one goal at least to have a chance of making it to the next round, I think
they might just attack.
No, I think it's going to open doors for City also to attack.
Quite possible. Yes.
And City will not hold back, boss. It's not in their blood. The way Guardiola shapes up his team, it's all about that attacking intent. They just don't stop, and their attacking is non-stop, man.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to watch at times, and I feel like now I'm a City fan the way I'm talking about that. No, but I'm a United fan. I have to remind myself of that every now and then. Suvam Ganguly says, I think it'll be an easy City win. Maybe not. You never know. We have seen funnier
stranger matches happen.
Funnier things in football for sure.
Yeah.
Harshit Padalia says, I have never seen football except FIFA World Cup, I am assuming. Could you suggest where to start? I am an avid cricket watcher, but football occasionally. You should have watched the games last night.
That would be a very good place
to Chelsea versus Real Madrid game had everything. Chelsea leading 3-0. You thought they are going through. Then Real Madrid with that fantastic Modric pass got one goal back in, took it to extra time, and extra time Chelsea tried attacking, but that Benzema's goal, that one goal, just won them the game.
Also, the thing with football is it's everywhere. So if you really are interested in watching over the weekends, just put on any of your favorite sports channels. I promise you will find something or the other going on. And the best way to get into football,
I'm gonna recommend him a game, even if you don't watch this game tonight, but you should, because both of them are really good. The other game though is Liverpool versus Benfica, and that I think is going to be a Liverpool victory again. But we'll talk about that later. For now,
in a bit.
Just concentrating on this. Another game that you should be watching will be the FA Cup semi-final between Liverpool and Man City.
Yes.
That is again going to be a breathtaking clash with two amazing attacking sides going up against one another. We saw a 2-2 draw, one of the best games in the Premier League this season.
Absolutely.
And maybe you'll get another cracker of a game in the FA Cup semi-final.
And don't forget, FA Cup now semi-final, you probably going to extra time, potentially penalties. Oh my goodness.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Very, very fun.
Harshit Padalia is his name. Do make sure that you watch that FA Cup semi-final because expect the unexpected in FA Cups. We do.
And I think this is that game would be a very, very good advertisement for the kind of football, free-flowing attacking that most people enjoy seeing. So definitely that would be a good place to start.
Sanket Joshi says he believes it will be an all-English final. So because City are playing or Atletico will play Real Madrid, the other team in the other half is Liverpool. So
But
Liverpool and City final he is predicting.
If that happens, I think it will be the third all-English final in 4 seasons. So I saw this joke on social media that they said that English clubs are now so successful in Europe that they're treating this and this is becoming like the sexier FA Cup. So a good one. I don't know who I saw that from, but shout out, good, very, very good
No,
one.
but I have to say because I have followed like EPL the most among all the
Yes,
leagues. I think so
same.
everybody. You are a Chelsea fan. I am a United fan. So for us, we have seen the Premier League so much, and because of the competition, Chelsea were beating beating Real Madrid yesterday. They beat Real Madrid, but the aggregate score they lost on. But they lost 4-1 to Brentford just a couple of weeks back. So such is the level of English football.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed.
Absolutely.
So even others are good that way. But yeah, for us.
Premier League is just a little.
There's a little bias.
Just a little notch.
We watch it more. We watch it more. Sanket Joshi says City and Liverpool both playing for a quadruple. City are not actually. Because Liverpool have won the League Cup.
Yes, so City would be playing for the treble. If we're going there.
So City are playing for the treble.
Liverpool
are playing for the quadruple. They can still win it.
Yeah.
FA Cup semi, if they beat Premier League, they still have a chance. And Champions League again, they can. And League Cup they already won. Yeah. Kishore Creations with KK says City will win 1-0. And he said Real Madrid only gives their fans heart attack despite leading. They bottle the lead and then they wake up and make the substitutions. He's, I guess, talking about how it happened against PSG. And for that, I must tell you that Real Madrid also deserve a lot of credit to come back from positions where you're going out of the Champions League and then turning that tie completely around is a fantastic thing to have.
Not knowing how to win when you're losing. Very, very good trait to have, and this Real team actually have it in spades. So
yeah, PSG they were at one point trailing 2-0 overall in aggregate,
and then Benzema just said,
Benzema said,
"I'll go score a hat trick, no problem."
Hat trick, yeah. Benzema, man, what kind
striker
of
and what form he is in. Huh?
Sankalp Sahu says, "Will bus be parked today?"
Maybe, quite likely.
Atletico will definitely try it, but they need that one goal, to take it to extra time.
Normally what Atletico do in such a situation, they might just come out all gun blazing early, get that one goal,
and then park the bus.
And then look to pick them off on the counter because then...
Like they did with United, they got that one goal and then parked the bus.
Correct, that's what I was thinking of in fact.
Yeah. Galaxy Warriors, our regular watcher, be it cricket, be it football.
He's always there with us.
I'm sure you were commenting on the overseas player video that we have done.
Yes.
We did it Shark Tank style and I hope you guys liked it. He's saying Real Madrid qualified for semi-final. How? Because Real Madrid 2, Chelsea scored 3. Please someone clarify. Explain it to him.
So because you're right, they did lose 2-3 in the second game. But a Champions League knockout game is done over aggregate. So you'll play 2 games, one in say one's home team, one in the other's home team. And the overall score is what counts. So whereas Chelsea might have won 3-2 yesterday, they lost the first game 3-1. So because of that, they lost 5-4 on aggregate. So the aggregate score is what's important. In fact, previously you would have the caveat of away goals,
which is not there anymore.
You have to remove that for some reason. I don't understand why.
No, but I think it's not a bad ploy because that would make every game important and interesting.
And every goal important actually.
That's what I'm saying. So now teams don't sit back at home thinking that they need to stop conceding more goals. Also, that's a problem. I think so that they have done to make the game more popular and more interesting because now teams will go for goals instead of sitting back at home because you don't want to concede too many goals at home when the away goal rule is there. But now they've just scrapped it off And now,
I mean, look at even the Chelsea. Look at even the Chelsea Real game. I mean, Chelsea were 3-1. They lost 3-1 at home, which meant that Real, if with the away goal rules there, would actually 3-1. They had 3 away goals.
Yeah.
So that means if Chelsea had beat them 2-0, that means Real would have still been going through. But because Chelsea knew they needed 3 goals,
at least,
and at least 3 goals. You saw how they played. They were dominating Real.
They were 3-0 up. They could have been 4-0 up had Marcos Alonso goal been given.
True.
But unfortunately for Chelsea fans, it was ruled offside.
Correctly.
Offside, I'm saying. It was ruled handball. So yeah.
But see, that's the thing. That attacking intent would not have been there with the away goals rule there. So who knows? We might just be getting used to this after all.
Galaxy Warrior is saying why aggregate is used. This rule should not be used because the deserving team lose penalty shootout should be used instead of that. Well,
if
you
the
should
aggregate
take
is level,
you should take that up with UEFA and FIFA
and Alexander Seferin.
Yeah. So,
and what's his name? Gianni Infantino.
Infantino, yes.
But valid points, good points. We always love interacting with you guys. So
yes.
But I think enough about this game, and let's focus on the game that.
Just one final thing. Kishore Creations is saying, will Unai Emery attract top clubs as manager like United, PSG, Bayern after the?
See, he's already been fired from PSG, and the thing with Unai is
fired from PSG, went to Arsenal.
Fired there too.
Fired there too. Earlier he was doing so well with Sevilla, and now he's gone to Villarreal. I think so. La Liga is where he sort of starts doing well. With Sevilla, he won 4 Europa Leagues. Now he won. Villarreal had won 1 already. Maybe this time Champions League. Also, we are not counting them in contention. I think so. Liverpool are going to beat them though.
So also the thing with Unai Emery that we have to remember is his major problem has never been. He's not been tactically a fool. Let's put it this way. Tactically very astute manager. Yeah. Where his problems have often come in is when it comes to managing quote unquote star players. He struggled with that at PSG. He definitely struggled with that at Arsenal because he had the Ozil situation going on. He did struggle a lot with that. So he's a good coach, and that's why he does well with teams that are not necessarily what you'd call powerhouses. With Sevilla, I mean, they're definitely a lot of history, but currently if you look at them in La Liga, they are not exactly, like obviously this season they've done really well, but previously they've not always been in about top 4. They were always that slightly below that level. Unai does very well with clubs like that, which is why he's doing very well with Villarreal.
Interesting insight. That is what you get on Sports Today. Even though we are not experts, but we like discussing stuff,
and we like analyzing things.
Even though we are not the experts, we have to say we are more fans than experts.
Correct.
And like you, we also watch the game, enjoy it, and then discuss it with you guys.
You guys will see just how much of fans we are whenever we finally get to that watch along.
Yes.
If we do a watch along, and it will be coming, but yeah, it's happening.
But now the other big game, even though not really that big because Liverpool are definitely
winning this one, 100%.
Liverpool versus Benfica, a 3-1 first leg advantage for Liverpool, and they're going to be playing at Anfield. By the way, big history on the cards because the last 2 times that Liverpool beat Benfica in the knockout stages, 1978 and 1984, they went on to lift the Champions League.
So will that be a sign of
third time lucky again, maybe?
I mean, let's see.
History says they might win it.
But, and you have to put this, one of the things which Liverpool did really well was to take an away win. Why? Not because of the away goals or home goals rule, but because Champions League nights in Anfield, and again, I'm saying this as a rival fan, of not a Liverpool fan, it's something else. Lest we forget just how charged up the atmosphere gets over there. It is something else, and players do not
big
like
flags waving.
The big flags. You never walk alone playing.
With the cop backing you up. Anfield is also like a fortress for Liverpool. Let's not forget
in
that.
big European nights, especially.
Amazing, because Liverpool, by the way, are the most successful club in the Champions League from England.
England, correct.
From England.
Yes.
So in English football, Liverpool, nobody can be ahead of them.
6 times.
6 times they have won the cup. So that's huge. Anyway, more comments coming in. Galaxy Warriors, I don't agree with you. He says Foden is the best midfielder currently. I think his
Foden can well be.
No, he can be. He's really good.
But he's not the best right now.
Among the young ones, I really like Foden and Mason Mount in the Premier League. Even like the Greenwood for that matter. Even Rashford for that matter. But unfortunate. What to say about it? Galaxy Warriors is also saying there are rumors stating that Qatar Sports Foundation reportedly leaving PSG after the FIFA World Cup.
I would love to actually, if this is true, and thanks for telling me this because I actually had no idea. I might just do a little research and come up with something there. What could be the reasons, why are they choosing to do it now?
You also did a video on why Qatar World Cup.
Yeah, do check that out. Why it's a very controversial tournament. Why exactly, it's getting anything but positive press at this point. And it just keeps getting worse and worse, despite the fact that obviously we're excited. Yeah, World Cup. We love watching that. And who can forget how good 2018 was? Next level, amazing World Cup.
I think I enjoy the Euros, the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, of course. International football, and especially
it's amazing. Once the knockout stages start, it's amazing.
Goodness.
And in the group stages also, there's always that one clash that everybody is looking forward to.
That one
like
upset.
This time it will be Germany, Spain whenever they play against each other. By the way, Sankalp Sahu, I missed your comment, but I'll take it now. Do you think Joao Felix and Antoine Griezmann are wasting their talent by playing for Atletico Madrid because they're asked to defend in that 5-5-0 formation? Boss, they are at Atletico Madrid. They know what to do. And by the way, Griezmann has come from Barcelona right now, but earlier he was an Atletico Madrid player.
Exactly.
He was there for a number of years, excelled at that role for Diego Simeone. So he knows exactly what he has to do for that side. I don't think it matters, because at the end of the day, you might not play that kind of attractive football, but at the end of the day, if you win that game,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that matters. The scoreline matters, not the fact that whether you are playing attractive football or not. As football fans, we can talk about it, but as managers, you sometimes make your teams like that. You make your teams,
you're winning first.
And if you're winning, then it's fine. It's absolutely fine, because that's what gets you points. That's what gets you those trophies. Not
that's what gets you your legacy. It's always how many
not attractive football.
Correct.
So yeah, let's talk briefly about this game. Liverpool almost a full strength side. Darwin Núñez scored that solitary goal in that last game.
And I think if anyone is watching this game, if you're a non-Portuguese football follower, highly recommend you watch this guy. All of the big clubs are chasing him.
Darwin Núñez is a Uruguayan player who has sort of, by the way, made his mark in the Primeira Liga in Portugal, and now other clubs are coming after him. You saw what happened with Luis Diaz. Liverpool picked him up
from Porto.
See, Bruno Fernandes came from there.
Yes.
Cristiano Ronaldo came from there.
So both sporting talents.
Yeah,
yes.
both. Like, I'm a United fan, so I'm talking about two because of that. but yes, Luis Diaz as well. So recently, and Portugal, if you see, there are so many great players coming from there. Bernardo Silva is one of the most regular players in City's side right now because of the kind of form he has produced, and he's a Portuguese player as well.
Yeah, so Portugal,
Diogo Jota, everywhere. There's so many great players, and this guy is playing for Benfica, who are a big club, even though they are not at the top of the table right now. Porto are dominating the league, and Benfica currently third, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Benfica currently third. So another guy who's playing in the Portuguese Primeira Liga, who has caught everybody's eye. And maybe he'll go to another big club next season.
In fact, I think I'd argue all three of the Portuguese top clubs, which is of course
João Cancelo as well, somebody pointed out. Yes,
good spot. Yeah. Porto, Sporting, Benfica, all three of these, because obviously the financial situation of the league, etc., probably isn't as great as it is abroad. They have become experts at developing young talent and then flipping them for a higher price. A lot of Portuguese clubs, you'll notice.
A lot of Portuguese clubs. One German club also, Borussia Dortmund, keeps doing it.
Absolutely.
Keeps doing it, and these are what you call feeder clubs. They always get players cheaply, and then they make them and then sell them for huge
money,
sums.
Big money. And that's the thing. Of course, by the way, just a special thing, if Darwin Núñez actually does end up making it big once he leaves Benfica, I cannot wait to see all of the variations on the survival of the fittest jokes.
Yeah, Charles Darwin Núñez. Yes, I'm not sure whether a lot of you got it. Shay, explain it to them.
Well, as we all know, Charles Darwin, he's the man who actually did propose that, entire theory. Yes, the theory of evolution, and that, the survival of the fittest, that entire motto, which I'm sure has become a buzzword on social media nowadays, started there, where he said that, in order to survive, or in order to survive any sort of a circumstance, any sort of a situation, you have to be the fittest. And if Darwin Núñez can survive in the top of European football, there's going to be so many jokes on that. So many jokes on that.
Also, one fact that Liverpool will be mindful of is that if Sadio Mane and Diogo Jota, both of them, if they pick up a yellow in this game, they'll miss that first leg of the semi-final. So they'll be mindful of that, and both of them are important players for them.
Yeah.
In that front line, of course, there are others who can take their place, but Mane, Luis Diaz, Salah, Of course, there's Firmino also.
You said Jota and
Jota,
Mane, right?
Jota.
So it wouldn't surprise me if I think Mane might sit out because it's what they were 3-1 up, and Luis Diaz may get a start because they could keep Jota in the central striker position, less danger of picking up a card, and later maybe sub him. So because they would need to be playing that.
Yeah, I think so because they already have a 3-1 lead.
advantage.
3-1 lead. I don't think this game going anywhere else. But by the way, I think so. The last time they played at Anfield, these two clubs, was in 2005-6, if I'm not wrong, or one of those times that Benfica had come to Anfield. They beat them 2-0. Benfica beat them 2-0. But Liverpool were different back then.
And
it was one of those eras when you remember they were not playing that dominating football, the kind of football they are playing under Jurgen Klopp.
Absolutely.
So that's changed a lot. And again, I see irrespective of the personnel Liverpool chooses for this game, because they might rest a few of them. Irrespective of that, I think Liverpool are still cruising because of the quality they have on their bench.
Exactly. They have a
Both
lot of
City and
quality.
Liverpool are amazing in that sense.
True.
So, of course, we expect, but now let's do our predictions before we wrap this up. Shane?
Oh, I think Atletico will, what do you call it? I think this will be a draw match.
One
That
all.
means City going
1
through.
all, 2
Yes.
all?
1-1. 1-1.
1-1 draw and City goes through.
Yes.
I'm gonna go different. Even though I picked City to go through, now I'm just gonna be like, yeah. Atletico going through to the semis just for the heck of it. Let's see whether that happens or not. The other game, Liverpool versus Benfica.
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool
Easy.
against Benfica. I think 4-0 Liverpool. Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, it's possible.
Maybe. Rubel says Nunes will surely leave Benfica this year.
Yeah. All the
Expected.
top clubs are chasing him and they'll get a big sum for this guy. Very, very big sum.
Yeah. Galaxy Warriors is saying Newcastle has been bought by a big Middle East company. A lot of them are now coming to English Premier League, going to other clubs. PSG, we saw how much it changed for them, how much it changed for this
Man
club.
City as well.
This club, Man City. I have been watching from the time of Sean Wright Phillips, Fowler. Those guys were there. They were not so dominant.
Yeah.
But this is what money can buy.
Absolutely.
Money can buy you
A
trophies.
lot of things.
Lot
including
of
some
trophies in a way, because of course Guardiola you got, and then before that there was Pellegrini.
Mancini, all won leagues,
all-
lest we forget.
It's they've done well.
They have.
Rubel says follow AFC Champions League as well, please. We'll try to for
we
you.
will, definitely.
But because there's so much going on, the thing is, because we are doing cricket, we are doing football,
F1 too.
F1, we are doing other sports, badminton, and everything. Sometimes
we might just miss out on
it's a small
something.
team, so we will still try
Yeah.
for you to try and get you more updates on that as well.
Absolutely.
Kishore Creation says, is Group H the group of death considering Portugal, Uruguay, Ghana, South Korea? I picked them as
they
one
are.
of the group of deaths, but a lot of people said no, they are not. Portugal and Uruguay.
Ghana,
will
I'm
go
just
through.
looking forward to Ghana versus
No, but I'm
Uruguay.
saying South Korea is also not just pushovers.
They're not. I mean, they
That's
beat
what I'm trying
Germany
to
in the
say.
2018
So
World
I'm
Cup.
saying
yeah?
that is precisely why I'm saying that, boss.
You
it
can't
is
say
the
they're
group of death for me.
arguably the best team from Asia.
And Galaxy Warrior is saying, please guys do preview on FIFA World Cup. My top 4 would be England, France, Argentina, Belgium or Croatia.
Ooh, that's very interesting calls. But you know what? Right now, it's not quite FIFA World Cup season. But when it is, I promise you, there'll be lots coming from me, lots coming from him, lots coming from us. Do stay tuned.
Yeah,
Trust me, we
FIFA
have a
World
lot
Cup, we'll
planned for
be
you guys.
talking about each and every game.
Exactly,
Don't worry.
yeah.
Because, boss, it's the World Cup.
It's the FIFA World Cup. I mean, what?
And before
what is
that,
better?
there's T20 World Cup.
This
so-
year's a very busy year.
And
lest we
before
forget.
that, there's Asian Games, Commonwealth Games, and apart from that, Cricket Asia Cup and all, everything.
Oh
will be
yes,
happening.
the Asia Cup
So
T20.
much
so
happening
much
in
stuff, and
sports.
we'll be talking about everything.
So don't worry about that on sports today. Kishore Creations said Glazers out, only living on past history and legacy. Boss, if you can do it for me, please send the Glazers out. I wish if that was possible. It would be great, man. I'd be like, oh, thank God that it has finally happened. Because I myself, I'm not a big fan of the Glazers. I'm
Don't think anyone is.
I'm not a fan of the Glazers. No Manchester United fan who has been supporting them for years
Would
is
be
a fan of the Glazers.
No.
Because the Glazers have made it such a commercial club that the history is what we just think about right now, even though the current situation and the future still looks bleak.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Let's see what happens. Next thing is the manager. Anyway, so that was it, guys. We'll be back with you tonight after these two games to discuss Probably not at length like the way we did. But
Yeah,
maybe if
but
there's
we will
an
discuss
upset,
something, for
But
sure.
maybe if there's an upset, we will. We might.
If there is an upset, then I think both of our predictions will be going out the window.
But that's okay.
But that's part of the fun. So thank you again so much for joining us. Don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, share it with your friends. Tell them that if they want good Champions League coverage, we'll give you some of the best that you can get. And again, don't forget to follow us for every other thing, because we have a lot of stuff coming, not just football related, but for all sports related. So once again, thank you